Our text number is 083 311 3311. Vera Twomey joins you on the line. Good morning to you, Vera.
Good morning, how are you?
I'm very well. Where are you, Vera?
We're just coming into this town now. We're after passing Dairy Goals and we'll pass the roundabout and we're on our way into the town.
Okay, I know where you are well. And Vera, you're walking from Cork to Dublin to raise awareness of the plight your daughter Ava finds herself in. Tell us about Ava.
My daughter Ava has a syndrome called Dravet syndrome, and basically it's an intractable form of drug-resistant epilepsy. Our Ava would have suffered, 20 or more tonic-clonic seizures a day, and if you wouldn't be familiar with a relation or a friend that has the epilepsy, the tonic-clonic seizures are the ones that you might see on the television where someone would fall to the ground and their limbs would shake. So my daughter, from the age of 4 months old, when she was diagnosed with Dravet, was suffering seizures that would go on for 40 minutes an hour. They could last 20 minutes, they could last 10 minutes. You don't know how long they'd go on. She in October 2015, after going through 11 different forms of epileptic medication, our doctors told us to take Ava home because there was nothing left to do for Ava.
Okay.
And I asked them, what do you mean? And they said there's nothing more to treat your child. You just have to take her home and deal with it.
Okay.
And so it was at that stage that we started researching, or before it, in fact, medicinal cannabis, because children with Dravet syndrome over in Canada and Europe and different countries, particularly a little child called Charlotte Biggie, her seizures, she was getting over 300 seizures a day, and her seizures were reduced down to 4 or 5 a month after beginning.
Okay.
Yeah, massive reduction. Now, to be honest with you, we never dreamed that such a thing could happen to our Ava, because really, Ava never had any luck with any of the medications or anything down along the line. She's had a hard struggle to keep going. But we got a thing called Charlotte's Web. It's a CBD oil. It's legal in Ireland. We got that in October of last year.
That's an oil that's derived from cannabis.
It is indeed, and it's delivered to the child. It's in a for any of the parents. It's in a Canpal bottle size, and you give so many drops in the morning and so many drops in the night.
And what effect did that have on Ava once you started using the oil, the CBD oil?
Oh my God, I just cannot even begin to tell you. Like, within a couple of days, we thought we were imagining it. We didn't expect it to happen to us. We didn't expect it to work because nothing else had worked. But the brightness, the alertness, the change, the smiles, the improvement in sleep, the improvement in appetite, the reduction of seizures, because Ava had only, say in October, she had, was it 5 or 7? I'm sorry now, and just the rain.
You're okay.
To 5 seizures, I think we had in October. Now, you have to realise that Ava, it was 7 in October, sorry. Ava could have had 7 seizures in 45 minutes before we got the oil. And it's absolutely changed her life.
Okay.
So what just to tell people what we're looking for, we need medicinal cannabis for our daughter, and we were offered the opportunity to apply for a compassionate exemption. So the guidelines to that were extremely unclear, and from last June we were trying to gather together what the application criteria was for a compassionate exemption to gain access to medicinal cannabis. Last June, Simon Harris and his team told us we needed a paediatric neurologist to prescribe the medication for Ava. I spent the summer searching for a paediatric neurologist. But the thing is, they said that they need training, they need more experience. They weren't able to do it for us.
They couldn't stand over it, in other words, on medical grounds, that they felt perhaps that there wasn't enough data to support a prescription for that.
No, that's actually not the case, because there's an enormous amount of research and massive studies done regarding medicinal cannabis and its effectiveness. The issue actually is that we need a separate component now to help Ava further, and that's the tetrahydrocannabinol or THC component of the cannabis plant. And that part of the plant is the part of the plant that people that seek it out for to get a high. You know, that's what they are looking for.
Right.
CBD has no high effect. But you see, what we need is THC in about the size of 1%. And what that does is that activates the CBD more effectively to treat seizures or to ease inflammation or to treat cancer or many of the other things that it helps with, conditions that it helps with, excuse me.
Okay.
So the legal situation surrounding the THC is the biggest part of the problem for the neurologist.
Okay.
So,
Can I understand everything you're saying, but can I just ask in relation to a report that Minister Harris published recently? It was my understanding that they were approving the use of medicinal cannabis for a limited number of indications. There is spasticity in multiple sclerosis, intractable nausea and vomiting associated with chemotherapy, and intractable epilepsy, which presumably your daughter comes under one of the 4 indications.
Yeah, but you see, the thing is that HCRA report essentially means nothing, because that HCRA group has produced these recommendations, but each individual person has to put in a compassionate access application. And like in our situation, the goalposts have been shifted on 3 separate occasions for us. No matter what has brought back, and when my husband Paul has been with me all down through the time, no matter what is brought back to Simon Harris, the HSE, they have rejected it. And on every single occasion, we get everything. Like in October, they said a specialist could put in the application. So we got a specialist. He put in the application. We went up to the door last Thursday and met Simon Harris above, and he told us the application can't be accepted because you don't have a pediatric neurologist prescribing it. But they didn't care to tell us that at all last December.
Okay.
They waited until now to crush our hopes and give us no hope at all to get anything for the child. I'll do anything for the child. I said to Simon Harris, give me an avenue to go down to get what I need for Ava, and I'll do it. If they want us to leave the country temporarily, I will not immigrate to another country to have Ava's home is Havana Cork. She's an Irish person. Her home is Ireland, and she should have what she needs in Ireland. And if they're not able to give us a compassionate exemption for Ava, if they're not able to offer us any assistance, because we're not offered any assistance on Thursday, we were told no. And when I looked for another avenue, I was given no hope. And so if they will not help us with the compassionate exemption, I would struggle to hope for what other people are going to face into putting in compassionate exemption applications.
The biggest impact.
I believe that. No, can I just?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Go on.
What I would just say is, our consultant, Ava has 2 pediatric consultants actually, and both of those people met with each other over the last days and said that they're willing to go for training, they're willing to cooperate with the HSE, they're willing to do anything necessary to Ava to get the necessary training to administer medicinal cannabis for our daughter. And the ball is in Simon Harris's court, and they have to help our daughter. They have to help us because, her life is on the line. It really is that serious. Like last November of 2015, for example, after my daughter, I told you in the October, we were given no more options. My daughter wasn't even 6 years old then, and she had 18 seizures and suffered a cardiac arrest. That's what we're facing. And I have started everything that they have asked me. I promise you, I have gone down every avenue and everything that they asked
every hoop that they've put in front of you, you've jumped through that hoop for them.
I promise you I have, and I am not a disruptive person. I am not. I am not like a radical person or anything like that. But they have put us to the edge. And do you know what? Ava is... I have 4 children. I have Ava 7, Sophia 5, Michael is 4, Elvira May is 2. Now, I love them all equally, but Ava needs me more now at the moment, right?
I know, I understand that her needs are high.
I have to listen to...
Yes.
We met Simon Harris on Thursday, and at that meeting they stated that there was no other person in the state that had ever got access to medicinal cannabis. And if you refer to a parliamentary question which was asked by Billy Kelleher, the TD, I think it's question 455. No, it could be just off slightly on that, but it's on record anyway. In that response, Simon Harris said that an Irish registered doctor could apply for a compassionate access program. That's our exemption, excuse me.
Yeah.
But that's not what they're saying to us
now. They're saying you need 2 consultant neurologists.
Now they're saying that we need a pediatric neurologist.
Right.
I have 2. I have 2 pediatric neurologists that care for my daughter. And both of them are willing to help. Imagine that. Imagine not just have 1 pediatric neurologist, but have 2 people organising a meeting about Ava in the last 48 hours. And still, I have had no response from Simon Harris. I have had no response from the HSC. I have actually had no response from anybody above in Dáil Éireann or Dublin over the last time.
So, where it stands at the moment, I think you've made a powerful argument for your daughter to have access to medicinal.
I hope so. Thank you.
To medicinal cannabis, right? So I'm trying to just tease out where the impediment is right now, and it would appear to me, and please correct me, Vera, if I'm wrong. The impediment is right now that there is nobody with any expertise in the state to safely prescribe that drug for your daughter.
I think that is one aspect of the issue. I think that, the pediatric neurologist is stating that they need more experience. But it's not that much of a problem because they're willing to go and do research and take advice from, Toronto Children's Hospital or hospitals in America or Europe or wherever, wherever the experience lies. And the experience is out there because it has been legalized in so many countries and so many states. I mean, just to give you an example, Paul, my husband, he's a diesel mechanic. And, the way in all these countries, it is the one profession that they're always looking for people to do jobs. And if we had immigrated, say, for example, to Australia 10 years ago, before we were married, if I was over in Australia now with Paul and my family, my daughter could have medicinal cannabis because it's legalised there.
Yeah, I know. Vera, there's a whole host of things we could discuss. I know you're trying to raise awareness for your daughter's plight, and I know you're trying to...
It's not even to raise awareness. I need medicinal cannabis. I'm not going to be able to stop until we get the respect that Ava needs and the answer that Ava needs, because I can't go home with nothing to Ava, because that's exactly what I've got at home now, with nothing. Ava could lose her life, and I mean, it's a fright to the Almighty God that there's men and women above in Dáil Éireann with families of their own, and that, they have the understanding of the way that you love your children, and that nobody that Kenny came down the TV for people before profit. He came down on the train to walk with me yesterday, and 20 or 30 of us walked the road, and there's another 20 people outside the window here who were standing outside in the rain waiting for me to come out the car when I finished talking to you. There's masses of people supporting us, and can't they help us?
Okay. Well, Vera, all I can do is wish that you get a resolution to where you are.
Can I ask you a question?
Shoot.
If the people are out there listening, if there's good politicians in Tipperary, would you please get on to them? Get on to the TVs and ask them, could they raise a question, John? Could they please could it be the guilty, these talk to this man, do something to help us? would they put questions forward? Would they find out what we need to do to help my daughter? Because I'm just waiting. I just need an answer. And if the people are out there, would you email Simon Harris, please, Simon-Harris@oir.ie, or email your CDs or phone them, and I would so appreciate it, because it's a hard battle.
Yeah, I know. And you're walking to Dublin to meet with Simon Harris. Simon.Harris@oir.ie is his Oireachtas address if people want to email.
Well, like, do you know what? We met him 4 times.
I know.
Right? And he said to me the last day, you know, Vera, he said, we haven't met anybody as many times as we've met you. But sure, tis done no good.
Yeah, I know.
There's the time for meetings is finished, and the time for some kind of practical solution. That's what we need.
Absolutely, you need help. Vera, I'm way over time, and I wish you well, and God bless you.
Thank you for having me.
Not at all.
Thank
God
you
bless,
so
Vera.
much.
Not at all.
Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye. That's Vera Twomey walking from Cork to Dublin. Way over time. Gotta go.